everyone. This is Lisa Michael with the Michael Sullivan Group. I am here to do the fourth video in our Home Buyers Bootcamp series. So if you've tuned into the last three videos, we've talked about the home buyers consultation, we have set up a custom search, and we've also discussed the house hunting process. So today we're going to talk about what happens when you find the one. So you've done your house hunting and you have found the perfect house. One of the first things we do when someone has found the perfect house, or what they think is the perfect house, we ask them to do a couple things. One, double check. How long are you planning on being in this house, and will it meet those needs? So yes, it might be great today, but if you plan to be there for 5 or 10 years and you're going to start a family, or you want to start a home business, or whatever that happens to be, is this house going to meet those needs in a couple of years? The other thing we do is ask people to look beyond the decor. So look at the items you can't change. So, the paint color, the countertops, those are all things that you can change over time. You can't change the location. Things that are harder to change are the layout or the size of the house. Are those things going to work with you or work for you? And the other thing is to double check. We want everybody to double check the monthly payments. So look beyond the whole purchase price, but what is that going to cost you on a monthly basis? What are taxes and insurance going to cost you as well? Because those numbers are going to impact you every single month. So we ask people, just double check that and make sure this house is going to work for you there as well. And once we've kind of looked through those three questions and the house is still the one, then we move on to the next stage. And we start talking about writing an offer. And that's where we really come into play. We're going to walk you through all of the documents and discuss all of the different contingencies and things that you were agreeing to, so that when you sign the offer, you understand what you're signing, it makes sense to you, and you're comfortable with all of the terms and conditions that we've put in there. Things that we're going to discuss: your purchase price. And one of the things we talk about is, when you think your purchase price, we're going to start, depending on if there are multiple offers or what the situation is with that particular property, we're probably not going to start at your top number unless there are multiple offers. But if it's not a multiple offer situation, we're going to start at a specific number that you're comfortable with. We also tell people to think about what their walkaway number is. What is the highest you're willing to pay for this property? So that you have that number in mind. And when you start negotiating back and forth with the sellers, you already kind of have thought about what that number is and can make a hopefully unemotional decision about it, so that you're not jumping in on emotions when we're doing negotiations. A couple of the other things we're going to discuss are what your deposit, your earnest deposit, and your deposit amounts are going to be, when your closing date is going to be. Closing date's important. It may shift slightly during the process, but it's also good to put a date that you're available, you're not on vacation, you're comfortable with. We'll also discuss the home inspection date, the lender or mortgage contingency dates, as well as anything we're going to exclude and include in the house. Things that we like to make sure we include: appliances. If there were other things within the house that you want to include, we don't suggest adding a lot of those, but if there were particular things that really made the house for you that you wanted to include in the offer, we would write that in at this point. You can't always negotiate those in later. It's always best to do that up front. So once we've written the offer and you're comfortable with it and it's all signed, then we officially submit it to the listing agent. And this is where we really come into play. We're going to communicate with the listing agent, and then again with you. And we'll keep you updated every step of the way. And as the negotiations happen, we'll discuss kind of all the pluses and minuses of what those are, and help you or guide you in making the best decision for you, whether it's to accept a counteroffer or to counter back again, or any of those kinds of things. And once we've come to an agreement, or if we come to an agreement, and once we do come to an agreement, then we're gonna walk you through the process and make sure that you meet all of the deadlines that were set in the offer, and communicate back and forth with the listing agent and your lender. Us and your lender are going to be the people you talk to the most through that process. So after we go through all of that, hopefully we make it to the closing table where you're going to sign a whole bunch of documents, and then you're a homeowner. So that's kind of a quick overview of the process. We go through it in a lot more detail in the homebuyer consultation. If that's something that you're interested in, or you want to learn more about, or you have any questions, feel free to drop a message to us, and we'll get back to you right away. We really like helping home buyers, so we would love to help you. If you haven't seen the first couple videos in this series, they are posted on our YouTube channel as well as in our Facebook page, so feel free to check those out. Again, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Bye, guys.